educating children about religion, or specifically about all religions, could stop them from becoming extremists. Well, that's the finding of a group of MPs, the all-party parliamentary group, and they're calling for better teaching of religion to increase community harmony and reduce the risk of radicalisation. Well, let's talk to Pam Evans, who knows a little about this. She's the founder of a project called the Peace Mala. They deliver religious education workshops in school. Good evening to you, Pam.
Good evening, Mai.
I mean, this is interesting, isn't it? Tell us, first of all, how because you were a teacher in schools teaching religious education, so you know a little bit about this. Tell us why you started your project.
Right, OK, well, I taught for 34 years, Mai, in mainstream education, and a big amount of that was as head of religious studies in a large comprehensive school. Now, coming to the Peace Mala project, this came out of the aftermath of 9/11, when a number of students in the comprehensive school where I taught were being racially and religiously bullied. OK?
But these Muslim students?
Some of them were Muslim. They were the first, and then the Sikh children, and eventually the Oriental children as well.
All coming out of 9/11?
Yes.
So what kind of, was it religious bullying? What was happening?
I would say it was, people were looking for a scapegoat, weren't they, after 9/11? And it's the misunderstanding of what Islam is. And if people are ill-informed, they become very alarmed, very frightened, and this is where all the trouble starts, and this is what started erupting in the school.
So has this committee of MPs who've said that if you teach children about other religions, you're less likely to have extremists, you're less likely to have misunderstanding? Would you agree with them?
I would, 100%. And this is where good RE is essential in education.
What do you mean by good RE then? Because it's a controversial issue, isn't it?
I know it is. And if you have right, OK, this is quite complicated.
Oh, can you simplify? Because we've got a couple of minutes.
I will try. I don't think there are enough good RE teachers coming out of university and colleges these days. OK, more needs to be done about that. When these people are well qualified and well informed and understand world faiths in depth, then they can teach properly, so that there are no misunderstandings, and hopefully they can teach also in a way that is exciting, and get children to think and question and share. And by learning about other faiths, then there's greater understanding in the community, greater cohesion, less fear, less prejudice, and all the nasty things that can spiral out from misunderstandings.
And presumably it's not just about teaching the children who might do the bullying, it's teaching the children, especially Muslim children, who might be bullied, who might then turn to a more radical viewpoint.
Well, there's always a fear of that, isn't there? But I think with good teaching, proper understanding, when things are clear and properly understood, there is nothing to fear, surely.
So do we not have good enough religious education teaching in this country? Because the all-party parliamentary group is saying that we need better teaching of religious education.
Well, I agree with that 100%. We do need better teachers, but as I said earlier on, I don't think enough funding has been put into the subject. It's still perceived in some areas as a bit of a Cinderella subject, which it is not.
So you would like to see more funding from the Welsh Government or from education boards?
Both. From both. To take this subject seriously. We are living in a multicultural society now. The Muslim community is growing, and so are other ethnic groups growing. And we need to build bridges of peace and understanding with these communities. And this is where RE has so much to offer if it is taught properly.
OK.
And
we're going to have to leave it there. But thank you very much for joining us today. That's Pam Evans, who's the founder of the Peace Mala project.